Hello guys, welcome to this video. My name is Anand and today in this JavaScript tutorial I'll discuss about for of loop. So here I'll discuss about the syntax of for of loop and what is the difference between for loop and for of loop, because when I'll write the for of loop, so that time you can relate like it's the same like for loop, but here is the difference, so that I will discuss in this video. So now I'll go to the HTML file and I will show you. So here this is the HTML file. So when we use for of loop, so for of loop use for an array. Okay, like in my last video I had shown for in loop. So for in loop works for object, but for of loop works for array only. Okay, so now here I will create an array arr, and here I will write the array value is like 1 2 3 4, some random values. Okay, so here instead of numbers you can write the string value as well, whatever you want. So now the syntax is simply you have to write here for, and after that here you have to take one variable, like I am taking the variable name is I and of, and what you want to make as in loop. So I want to make loop for this an array, so I will write here this, and now like this. And now here if I console dot log this I, so let's see what I will get in the output. So I will open the console, and this loop is very simple. So here you can see here I'm getting all those array values. Now instead of this number, here I can make the combination of number and string. Okay, like this way also. So let's see. Here see I'm getting the number and the string. Number, it's showing the blue color, and it is string, so that's why it is showing the black color. Okay, so here now here I can write the simply string value only like this. Okay, so then I will get the same output for string only. Okay, so like this way you can make the loop. So now you are thinking same thing we can do by the for loop as well. So why we use for of loop? But here is the difference. By for loop we can do so many things, but for of loop we can loop only the array. Okay, but in for loop we can do loop for element as well. Like suppose I have the element here, I have div. Okay, I will create two divs. So now here suppose I want to loop those two divs, those are the elements, not an array. So that time we can't use for of loop, but we can use for loop. So that is the difference between for of loop and only for loop. So I hope it is clear. Now this one you can loop only string also. Okay, here this is only the string hello. So now I'll change the variable name str. By the way, I can keep the same name, but it won't relevant. So that's why I changed the variable name str, because hello is the string. So str is the short form of string. By the way, variable name you can write anything as per your choice. So now here if I write this, so this one will loop the hello. Hello means here how many characters are there in the hello word. So here HELLO. So those will be loop. Let's see the output, then it will be more clear. See here HELL is twice, so it's showing 2 and O. So this way you can use for loop. And the syntax wise if I tell you, so for of loop is very easier than for loop, right? But here is the disadvantage, like we can't loop those elements. So hope guys it is clear, and if you find this video helpful, so please like this video. Also subscribe my channel to get more update in JavaScript and other technologies as well.